Everyone. Today for Pantry Science, we are going to do the art part of STEAM. STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And so today we're going to do art, and I'm just so glad to be here and to see you again. So what we're going to do is we're going to use different objects and make a template and then be able to use color to color it in and make different designs. It's a real easy way for you to create your own coloring sheet in essence. So we have a pencil and paper, and then I have colored pencils for my colors. You can use marker or crayon or paint or whatever you would like to color in your work. So I'm going to use my hand as my template. It's kind of a fun thing to do. So I'm just going to put my hand down on the paper and draw around it. You've probably been doing this since you were a really young child. So there's one hand. Let's see here. Ooh, that's kind of hard to see. I'll show you once I get it colored in. And then I'm going to do it again. And so what I have is I have two sections, two hand prints on here, and you can see they're crisscross over, so it creates different sections of spaces where I can color. So I'm going to get my crayons out here and I'll show you what I mean. So the tip of my finger on one of my hands, I'm going to color it purple. And the tip of my thumb on that same hand, I'm also going to color it purple. All right, let's see here. I'll pick another color. Oh, I like orange. So I'm going to pick another color. I'm going to pick orange, and I'm going to put it on another part of my thumb. So see what I did? So this is a part of my index finger. This is my thumb. This is the tip of my thumb where another finger crossed over it. You can kind of see it right there. It goes like that. Let me color a little bit more to show you. I think I'm going to pick green because green is my favorite color. So let's see here. I'll just outline it so that way you can see it, because otherwise I'm going to be coloring for a long time if I decide to color in this big section while we're talking. All right, so here you can see what I've done is you can see my hand much better with the color on it. And this right here is my hand, and that is the part I'll color. I'll go ahead and do that. This is rather sloppy because I'm trying to color really quickly. So let's see here. Okay, now, see? So you can see one section, I went ahead and I colored. Now, do you see the tips of my fingers there? No. It's because another line was drawn across here, and the tips of my fingers will be a different color, since that's the side of my other hand that's going to come out here. So what you do is anywhere the lines cross, you change your color. Let me show you some that I've already done so you have an idea. This is a really cool one that I did. And this is of my hand, and I made all kinds of different designs and doodles inside of it. So this one I didn't necessarily cross something else with it, but I doodled inside of it and made different designs. Now this one, what did I use? What do you think I used? That's right, I used what is a plastic spoon. A lot of times these are made out of wood, but I used that and I drew around it. And then when I crossed them over, I made them different colors. So you can see that I actually drew 4 spoons. So there you go. This one has circles, and what I did was I took a cat food can and I turned it over so that way it sat flat on the table, and I colored around I drew around them, and where they crisscrossed I colored different colors, so it made an interesting design. Here's another one. It looks like circles, but if you look really closely, there's little ridges around them. And with that, I used a shell. And I just colored around the shell and made it connect in different ways. And I colored the different spaces. And last but not least, this is what I was doing with the example. What I did was I drew my hands twice. And then I used the lines on the hand that I drew and made different designs in the different spaces. So, what do you think? I think it's pretty cool. So another idea that I had too that you might want to try that could be a lot of fun is to cut out a hand, or whatever shape you decide to use. You could use a cookie cutter. Think about that. I wonder if somebody in your house owns a flower cookie cutter or a shamrock, or any of those kinds of shapes would be really fun. Even, you know what, at Christmas you could make everybody Christmas cards using a Christmas tree or other holiday symbol. All right. So I'm just going to cut around it just to save a little time so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So if you were to take this and you could glue it on top of the other hands, or you could glue it this way, or you can do all kinds of interesting creative things. You could even make it stick out a little bit by folding the bottom. So happy being creative and have fun with this, and thank you for joining me.